What's the most absurd reason you couldn't go home on time? I was supposed to fly out of Kandahar on December 23rd, 2011. Had my leave approved, flight booked, Christmas presents already wrapped and waiting at home. Then Private Mason decided to adopt a stray dog. This wasn't just any dog. This was a mangy, three-legged Afghan street mutt that had been hanging around our forward operating base for months. Everyone fed him scraps, but Mason got emotionally attached. Named him Sergeant Biscuit. 2 days before my flight, Mason comes to me panicking. They're going to put him down when we rotate out. I can't let that happen. He's been through enough. I told him what everyone told him. You can't take a dog home from Afghanistan. It's against regulations. Focus on getting yourself home alive. But Mason had done research, found some organization that helps soldiers adopt military working dogs. Problem was, Sergeant Biscuit wasn't a working dog. He was just a friendly stray who happened to like hanging around Americans. Mason started falsifying paperwork, listed Sergeant Biscuit as an unofficial bomb detection dog, made up training records, forged veterinary documents, created an entire fictional service history. The plan almost worked, until our commanding officer decided to inspect the dog before approving the transfer. Wanted to see Sergeant Biscuit's legendary bomb-sniffing abilities in action. Mason panicked, tried to train the dog in 24 hours, used peanut butter to make him sit near fake explosives, figured if the dog could find hidden treats, he could find hidden bombs. Day of the demonstration, Sergeant Biscuit completely ignored the test explosives. Instead, he ran straight to the mess hall, knocked over a trash can, and started eating yesterday's meatloaf. Not exactly elite military working dog behavior. Colonel wasn't amused. Private, this dog couldn't find a bomb if it was strapped to his collar and ticking. That's when Mason broke down. Started crying about leaving Sergeant Biscuit behind. How the dog had PTSD from living in a war zone. How abandoning him would be like abandoning a battle buddy. Colonel made a command decision. Fine, you want to save this dog? You're personally responsible for getting him properly vaccinated, quarantined, and legally transported home. But nobody leaves this base until every form is filed correctly. What followed was 2 weeks of bureaucratic nightmare. Veterinary inspections revealed Sergeant Biscuit had parasites, malnutrition, and needed multiple surgeries. Each treatment required new paperwork. My Christmas leave got canceled, then New Year's. Mason's girlfriend broke up with him over text because he cared more about a dog than coming home to her. The real kicker? Afghan customs wouldn't release the dog without a $5,000 bribe. Mason didn't have that kind of money. Started a GoFundMe that raised exactly $37. That's when our interpreters stepped in. Turned out Sergeant Biscuit was actually the village elder's missing dog from 2 years ago. Had been looking for him ever since. Emotional reunion, lots of tears. Dog was going home after all, just not to Kansas. Mason was devastated. 2 weeks of paperwork, thousands of dollars in vet bills, and the dog belonged to someone else the whole time. Colonel pulled me aside. Next time someone wants to adopt a stray animal, remind them we're the United States military, not the Humane Society. Finally got home January 15th, 3 weeks late. Missed Christmas, New Year's, and my sister's wedding. All because one private fell in love with a three-legged mutt. The story spread through every base in Afghanistan, became legendary. Mason got transferred to a desk job stateside. His new nickname? Dog Whisperer. Sergeant Biscuit. Last I heard, he's living happily in that Afghan village, probably wondering why those Americans made such a big deal about him. Mason still sends me updates sometimes. Works at an animal shelter now. Says that whole experience changed his life. Made him realize his true calling was helping animals. Good for him. But I still haven't forgiven him for making me miss Christmas dinner with my family because he couldn't tell the difference between a military working dog and a village pet with attachment issues.